we had a centralized dispatch center, we would have at least 2 or 3 people on duty so that there could be just, again, a sharing of knowledge and a sharing of the different steps that you have to take as a dispatcher and under a lot of stress, and you're very concerned about the people that you're sending out to deal with and mitigate an emergency, right? So just having what I would call redundancy in the same room, which brings, you know, a lot of expertise into a place where all these things can be seen as a whole. I was really convinced when I heard a dispatcher who was in the audience express that concern that I've just expressed tonight, that were there to be a true catastrophe and you're one person on duty having to deal with fire, police, making sure that these people that you're sending out in danger's way come back safely, that having several people there in order to be able to communicate with the different units simultaneously, she sees that also as a safety issue. And that's what really drove it home for me.
So I'm just kind of curious about, you know, are there other places where this should happen? You'd like to see it happen? You don't want to see it happen? I think it's just a really interesting discussion.
Sure, and I think another area that's being considered is the airport as a regional governance study. And I support, I mean, I don't have a position on whether it would be a good idea to have regional governance at the airport, but I do think it makes sense to have an independent, broad group of experts or individuals from the communities research that and consider and come back with the pros and cons and a recommendation.
I would like to see a study first.
Oh, me too.
I would,
that's what I was saying.
But I would really like to put out there that it's not a network. It is located in a city, and that city is South Burlington. And so every plane that arrives and every plane that departs leaves from South Burlington. The land has you know, been expanding, and it's not been because of the commercial, it's been because of the military. And so we have seen the purchase of a lot of homes in South Burlington, and they're not homes that can be replaced. These are affordable single-family homes on quarter-acre lots. And if you look at what's being built today that's affordable in the county, you will not find quarter-acre lots with a single-family home on it. So we've lost now 200 of those. I would really see as quite appropriate that South Burlington have a role that is more than on the receiving end, that we actually participate in the decision-making. And I do believe that looking at these maps that the FAA and now the Air Force are producing, that Winooski and Williston potentially stand to see a real impact with this expansion of land that the airport should control. The buses move throughout, right? But the airport is located in a specific area.
Okay. You heard it here first.
Yeah, no, and I don't disagree. I think we really need a study. I would also note that Seth Leonard, the mayor of Winooski, and I have been meeting regularly with Mayor Weinberger to try to work on some of these issues, and and hopefully the 3 city councils will be able to have some kind of meeting to have that conversation, because Burlington and the Airport Commission really do need to understand how both Winooski will in the future and how South Burlington has been impacted, and find a way to have more influence on the request to the FAA for tearing down homes, or purchasing them and demolishing them, because it really is counterintuitive to economic development and the parts that we all appreciate.